Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here. So glad you can make it. I hope you're all doing well. Sagittarius, we're going to see what messages are coming in for you from Spirit. Let me get my clock here. Some of you need to turn something around, or something is upside down that you need to flip, or something has flipped. This could be in any area of your life. I do feel there's a lot of focus on relationships for you, Sagittarius. Significant connections, deep connections, or a love connection where something has flipped, something is upside down. It's at a time now that some things are flipping and flopping with someone you're focused on. Or, just things are upside down in your world and you're having a hard time getting a handle on things, getting a grip, or making adjustments, or coming up with a rhythm and flow that works for you. You are overwhelmed, Sagittarius. Okay. You may be prone to arguments, disagreements, misunderstandings. You may be having issues with how you are communicating, where there's problems in communication. For example, you may be trying to convey something, and there may be you may not be making the compelling point you think you are, or there's an inability to see eye to eye, because there either are differences or there's so much overwhelming shit happening for you and who you're dealing with, whether you're in the mix together or in the mix in your own shit, and then when you come together, then it's still, a pile of shit going on here that you got happening. So we're going to take a look and see what's going on for you. Here's what I want you to know. We got a lot of planets that are in retrograde. Just now, you hear that sound? That's my fucking ceiling fan. It's scraping. But it was running a moment ago, and now it just fucking turned off by itself. I'm nowhere near the control. So I feel like that's what you got going on too. Spirit is letting you know that there's stuff that's happening outside of your control because of the planetary alignments, because of the things that's going on in the world right now. And I feel like, Sagittarius, there's a need for you and who you may be focused on to take a fucking step back, especially if you are focused on a love connection or a significant relationship where, for the most part, you two vibe, or you pretty much got a good thing going on, that love thing. But right now, that shit look like it's on the rocks, or it's crazy. Like, you thinking they hate you, or they're thinking you hate them, and it's just everything's blown out of fucking proportion, because it is being blown out of proportion. You've got a lot that you are dealing with, that you both are dealing with, whoever you are focusing on, for those that this message applies, and you are reading too much into shit, okay? At a time that you both are tired, you both are overwhelmed, you both are having trouble trying to figure this thing out, to get a fucking format or a plan in place, or a structure, that the structure keeps fucking changing, or you can't keep up with. Whatever the case may be, something's still there between you. Don't tear that shit up behind the lack of sleep and being pulled in different directions, and feeling overwhelmed. And then on top of that, you got stuff going on in the back of your mind about unresolved shit that's happening that you maybe can't do anything about, but it's still on your mind anyway. It's adding to the mix. And then you got any other external factors that's just creeping in on you and making that shit even appear more worse. So there's a need to take a step back, because with the planetary energies the way they are, and in retrograde, those planets that are, there's going to be problems in communication, there's going to be problems in perception, there's going to be problems in your confidence, shit like that, that if you could take a step back, and probably even if you could get a good night's fucking sleep, that you could be able to come at things with a fresh perspective and have more positive energy to the situation. So let's get into the reading. I guess this fan is just going to keep being like this. So something must be grating for you, like annoying, just a constant annoyance is happening, because that fan is fucking annoying me right now, Sagittarius. You are fucking bothered and heated, and it just keeps happening. Whatever is grating, something's being grated, like either what's on your mind or who you're dealing with. You both rubbing each other the wrong fucking way. You keep rubbing each other the wrong way. You are dealing with circumstances that's rubbing you the wrong fucking way, and it keeps rubbing you the wrong fucking way. I can feel that. It's like you just can't get peace, or you can't get shit to settle down. You can't get that whole thing that's happening that's got you feeling like this to fucking stop. You don't know how to stop, and that's getting to you too, and who you dealing with. So let's get into this. Spirit, what are the messages for Sagittarius? Ooh, sending you healing and light, Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know? Yeah, things feel like they're falling apart, or you feel like you falling apart. You may even feel like your connection is falling apart, or significant connections are falling apart at these red alert, what seem to be red alert conditions. Hang on, Sagittarius. Let's see what Spirit has to say to you. What does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit? There's a need to shed light on your situation, because you're in the dark, and who you're dealing with in the dark, you're not in a good place emotionally and mentally, where you're dealing with each other. You're dealing with things from that space, and you're not going to get the results you want. You're not going to get solutions that you need, and whatever is causing you to feel rubbing you the wrong way, it's going to rub you the wrong way even more. Sagittarius, thank you, Spirit. What do Sagittarius need to know? You may be experiencing cutting words from someone, or you are being cutting in your words, or at least that's how it's being perceived, and it's just grating or degrading. Thank you. You know, take your time, but hurry up and figure this thing out. Okay, you don't want it worse, you want to make it better. And I feel like for some of you, what you think you're doing to make it better only seems to be making it worse. So let's get into this. This card is going to represent your job and work. This card is going to represent your relationships and your home and family. But there may be some confusion too, some misunderstandings. This card is going to represent what's going on, that's the unexpected. This card is going to represent your money and finances. This card is going to represent your relationships, friendships, and love. This card is going to represent something very positive that's going to happen, right? Can't wait to see what that is, because you need it, Sagittarius. And your likely outcome is what's here too, that's going to also operate as your best advice from Spirit. And at the bottom of the deck, we got the Six of Wands. Okay, this is wanting victory. Hang on, because I got to deal with this fan, people. Hang on, hang on. Right, okay. And we're off. Okay. Relief is possible, Sagittarius. Even if it doesn't seem like it, it is possible. Okay, so the overall energy here is you have the Six of Wands. Oh, and underneath that you got the Six of Swords. That's what you got going on here. So what I'm seeing here for you is you are wanting recognition. You are wanting acknowledgement, and there's some sort of transition is happening for you in a significant relationship, like I was picking up for you, Sagittarius, where you two are not transitioning well, moving to calmer waters. You see that? She's side-eyeing his ass, and he's being funky with how much he's sharing right there. So there's a problem in the realm of love. You're not able to transition properly and move the calmer waters because both of you want to be acknowledged. Both of you want attention. Both of you want recognition for how you're showing up in your relationship, or what exists between you, or what you're doing or dealing with, because there's a fork here. So they're probably like farmers, and farmers are like hard workers, right? Got a million fucking tasks, and both of you are probably doing that, and there might be, you know, an imbalance on how much task is happening, but you're both going through a lot nonetheless. But you're wanting victory, you're wanting acknowledgement, okay? You're wanting attention, and so does the person that you're dealing with. And somehow you two are not able to come to that comfortable transition where you both are being acknowledged or being recognized and dealing with things and moving in calmer water. So what this tells me is that you're dealing with arguments, or if you are piecing it up, you're half-ass piecing it up, and that means there's no real peace, because you still are at odds with each other, at odds with one another, and you're doing shit that where the other person thinks that you're slighting them, when perhaps that's not what you meant to do. Like, for example, you see how he's cutting this bread and how he slides it off to her like on some fucked up shit, when he really was probably just trying to cook her some bread and just slide her some bread. But the way he went about it looks fucked up, right? Looks on some deception, on some bullshit. And see, she giving him sideline like, okay, well, how much bread you really got? Why you cut me that bread like that? It's shit like that. So things may be being perceived a certain way because the way it's coming across, and that's maybe where the wires are getting crossed here too. And so that needs to be recognized and acknowledged as part of an element that needs to be addressed, because the behaviors or the words being used, or the communication, or the attitude, or the gestures, all of that comes into play for a person to size up and sum up what they're dealing with, what's coming at them. That you may be struggling getting victory here, or who you're dealing with may be struggling getting victory here. But also, if you got a lot of tasks, you tired, maybe that, those extra steps to, actually turn to a person and acknowledge them, and then say, hey, would you like a piece of bread, or I would like to give you this, and all those nice sweet gestures that add to communication being more whole isn't present, because folks is tired and just trying to get the shit out the way. And it's also causing you to feel like somebody trying to get you out the way, or vice versa. The other person could be feeling like this. That's a lot already, Sagittarius. Anyhow, your energy and attitude here is this 5 of Wands. A lot of fire energy here already. I'm saying that, and wait, yeah, there's confusion, because I am right. The 6 of Wands here. I've had the 6 of Swords here too. And then 6s, because I'm seeing them 2 6s there. 6s talks about flexibility. There may be a lot of issues around flexibility and the ability to collaborate. When each person or who all is involved is drawing on their own experience, individual perception is on reality, right? So whatever that person is perceiving, whatever you're perceiving, is your fucking reality. Whether you're right or wrong, that's your reality. Same for the other person, right? Or same for the situation. And so there may be issues around flexibility. There may be issues around compassion, or being able to be more in a celebratory energy, where you're able to be more enjoying of one another, or enjoying of your circumstances. There may be some issues around feeling a sense of assurance. There may be issues around just generosity. There's definitely some obstacles to overcome. There's issues around unity, okay, and issues around choice. And what that is to say is that there's duality here. This is about, as you deal with things and how they influence you, it also influences the way you think, right? And so with that said, while you debate on how to deal with things, it's not always easy to change your perception or perspective to alter the way you are thinking or seeing something, in order to figure out better how to think and do something, right? And so we can only adapt as much as possible, or as completely as possible per situation. And so you're at the point of being overwhelmed, feeling a stalemate. There's some sort of unhealthy conduct that could be occurring here, and then possibly even repeating a cycle that could be occurring here as well. So there may be issues of sacrifice or cooperation, or issues with achievement. There also can be issues with getting harmony, or there could be some domestic issues, or a lack of being able to get domestic peace. There may be issues around growth, or something needs to be reassessed here. But let's take a look even further with the Five of Wands being your energy and attitude. I feel like, as you see here, this is like the Hierophant, right? So there's issues around family, around systems, around commitments, right? This is very challenging for you. Things are not traditional right now. Things are unorthodox and unusual at this time. But this is very challenging energy. There may be a lot more to learn, or you're getting knowledge, or as that knowledge is coming about, you're experiencing challenges. There's also challenges with service here, right? There's challenges of service, because the Hierophant also talks about service. There could be challenges in the energies that's being played out here in connections and communication and relationships and commitments, because if your energy is different that you bring into a situation and someone else's is different, for example, if somebody's rigid, or both people are rigid, or somebody's conservative or stuck in their ways or inflexible, then you're going to have a problem, right? The Hierophant is also talking about here that there is some sort of need to come up with a system. There might be, I feel like there's a need to spend less time challenging your situation and more time looking at the situation on how to invest in it. And that doesn't mean, oh, I'm overdoing it. And I'm not saying you're not. But I feel like you're challenging your situation and you're not able to shift it or change it, or have the commitment or the service that you need here, because there's something going on here where you are looking at this in a distorted view, because you're tired, because you're upset, because you're in your feelings, because some planets are in retrograde, and so things are feeling and coming across a hell of a lot heavier than they have. But this is also saying there's a need for you to keep the faith. Don't you lose faith, okay? Don't you lose faith, but focus on how you can change things, even though things seem chaotic and you have the different elements coming at you. And I think that's what you need to understand here. You got different shit coming at you, and maybe you know that already, but like really consider, you got a lot of shit coming at you, and who you're dealing with got a lot of shit coming at them, and that's already going to have its own host of challenges. And so whatever is trying to be developed or maintained within a commitment or connection, in a marriage, if you will, because the Hierophant can speak about that, a long-term commitment, all of these things are challenging that. And then you may be adding to that, though you may not be trying to, but that is happening anyway because of how you come across, because the fire energy is action energy, right? So how you are responding, how you are acting, how who else or what else is responding or acting is playing a part, and it's not looking good. So there's a need to acknowledge that, okay? There's a need to acknowledge that you do have this 5, so you clearly are trying to get to the 6, all right, in your energy, if that is your focus. So that's good to know. Now, in your relationships and friendships, yes, let us take a look. You do have the Queen of Cups. So with the Queen of Cups energy, for some of you, you're turning to someone who is in this Queen of Cups energy, someone who's very caring, somebody who's very nurturing, someone who's very in tune with their emotions, may even be very intuitive, someone that is able to cast a reflection that you may not be able to see or sense because you're in a lot of emotions, that may be able to help you ground you in yours, where you may be all up in arms about your emotions that you're in and about what you're dealing with. But also in terms of this Queen of Cups, there's a lot of emotion and sensitivity happening in relationships and connections for you at this time. And you're not grounded. This is someone who's not on the ground. They're way up in their feelings. You're in their feelings, so you're dealing with it in their feelings. You are dealing with relationships and connections, or a significant connection where you're just in your feelings. And because you're not grounded, who you're dealing with is not grounded, it's not easy to be mindful of yourself or each other. It's not easy to be practical. It's not easy to problem solve. It's not easy to operate from love or heart-centered space. It's not easy to venture into things and, have the kind of drive that's coming from, a higher perspective, or from your higher spirit, right? So, and this is around shit you want to take care of, you want to nurture, you want to take care of, you want to nurture, but you're not coming at it from a grounded place, is what I'm saying. Who you're dealing with is not coming at it from a grounded place either. So even if you think you're doing it well or doing it right, or you're doing your best, or you're trying, it's not enough, or it's not seeming to be enough for you or for who you're dealing with, because it's already being operated from a place that's ungrounded here with this Queen of Cups here. Now, in the home, you do have the Six of Cups, Six of Chalices, Six of Cups, okay? So the Six of Cups can talk about someone from the past, something from the past. It can talk about family. It can talk about children. It can talk about being in a place of nostalgia, trying to focus on that good memories. But with this Six of Cups, you see this person is reaching back to the other person. So there may be an issue of emotional support here. I mean, like I said, in your relationships, or as it has to do with a significant relationship, there's a lot of ungrounded energy here. I mean, your feet are not even on the ground, not even touching. And even if you do get your feet on the ground, there's still a bunch of water waiting for your feet to get into here. So there's a lot of emotions being poured out, being thrown around. And it's because there may be this sense of feeling a lack of emotional support, or not being able to get emotional satisfaction in the home the way you would feel comfortable with. And for the other person feeling the same way, where it requires you being able to be hand in hand and reaching out to each other and be supportive to each other. And it's not to say that you haven't been, but somehow, some way, it still isn't enough, because it's not grounding you or who you're dealing with, or not getting things grounded in the home. Okay? You see that they're climbing like a fucking cliff here. Right, they're in the wilderness, and that's maybe how it is in the home right now. It's feeling like you're in the wilderness, you're in the unknown, uncharted territory, or you're trying to navigate shit, and it's not easy to do, because you got to climb, and then you got to walk, and then you got to climb, and then you got to, get help getting lifted up to another space or level, and that requires somebody else to help you do that, and vice versa. And sometimes you can travel and cover terrain to where you get fucking tired, or somebody slips or makes a mistake, or just it's not getting handled right. And so there's some issue with being able to address being a support to one another, or getting the support you need, or who is looking at you for support. But you got to understand that, first of all, it may not necessarily be that there's a lack of support, because they're supporting each other. At least this person is looking back to reach back to help this person, right? And this person is reaching up and allowing the help. So there's help existing there, but you're in the fucking wilderness. And so there may be a need for you to not be at each other so much, and really look at what you got going on around you as being more of the cause than you are being, that you and who you're dealing with are being the cause to one another. And I'm not saying there aren't any factors that could be involved in, how a person is coming through at you and how you are coming through at somebody else. But for the most part, I do feel that largely that there are external factors going on in the home, that things are not flowing the way you need to, or you have to navigate to come up with a flow with the new terrain you're in, and it's rugged. So, and again, you have another 6 here. So with work, you do have I'm about to say the Tower. So you might have something uncomfortable that's happened to you at work, or some sort of rude awakening or epiphany, being that I said the Tower energy. Some sort of frustration, adversity, it could be going on, or some sort of sudden change as it has to do with work. But you do have the Devil here. There can be a Capricorn involved here. This is your first major arcana that's showing up in your reading. So far I'm seeing water and more water with some fire. Water, fire don't mix. You only create a lot of steam, and then you can't see past the steam, right? When you start sweating, when you start feeling like you're cooking again. Or maybe you can figure out how to work it out in that steam and feel like it's a massage or a sauna. But even then it's hot. Now with the Tower here, oh, I keep saying fucking Tower. Something's going on. Something's going down. Some sort of shakeup is happening to you, Sagittarius. I feel like as I'm doing this reading for you, that's what's happening, that you're experiencing some sort of like fucking fuckery right now. At least that's how it feels for you. But something feels like it's tearing down, right? Well, guess what? You need to reconstruct that shit. Change it. Rebuild. Stay and rebuild. I don't know. Maybe you gotta leave. I don't know what you gotta do. But you need to make sure that you're intact, okay? So there's a realization that you are coming to, or you're going to need to come to for even that to happen. So with this Devil energy here, upon taking a closer look, this is like somebody's in the dark. So you're in the dark, right? You're in the dark. And you only have the light of the moon, and the moon isn't even a moon that's full of bright light. It's like a partial moon. Something may be being eclipsed, something may be being kicked out of your life, or something just being kicked into your life. I don't know, maybe both. But you're in the dark about it, or at least you're trying to navigate that shit, and you got all this flame, and so this fire, he damn near about to burn his own fucking beard with this shit. So you're trying to act right, but you know, even with what you're doing, there's some turbulence here, right? The flame is kind of like flickering everywhere, so it might, I mean, I don't see any wind. It doesn't look like it's windy. Maybe you're huffing and puffing, I don't know. But with all this fire here, you're trying to see what the hell is going on, because there's a lot of toxicity here, right? You're trying to see your way clear. With all this fire, I tend to feel like there may be a lot of anger. There could be a lot of fear. There could be some depression happening as it has to do with work, or this is energy that you're experiencing in general. But back to work, because that's also the shit I'm picking up for you, Sagittarius. I don't know what's going on. You're kind of all over the place here. Maybe that's how you feel. But deep breaths. With the Devil in work, there may be fear around work. There may be limitations or restrictions around work. You may be bound in some way to work, or there's some sort of obligation needs to be met or not being met at work. You may have limited access at work, or something is happening in excess at work. Maybe you're overworking, or you're not getting enough work. You may feel that there's little to no support at work, or you may not know what the hell's going on at work, and you feel stuck about that and feel burdened and overwhelmed. If you are dealing with any contracts or anything, there's a need to read the fine print, okay, because that may be pertinent here. You may be feeling trapped as far as work is concerned. But some of you, I'm feeling like there may be some money you owe at work to either someone or to your employer in some way. So let's clarify and let's take a closer look at this Devil energy here. Some of you, I just feel like with that Devil energy for the Fool, you may feel stuck and burdened because you don't see the clear path to what's going on with your job or as far as work is concerned. And you know, you might be angry, or you might be afraid, or you try to navigate this shit, or you only got a little bit of light here, or you're trying to get some freedom here. You're trying to see how to go about at a time that things are feeling chaotic and toxic, to live in a more balanced way, or approach things in as balanced or in as much of a balanced way as possible at a time that you can't really see, or you feel like that things are unbeknown to you. Yeah, they want me to stop there with that. Okay, keep it moving. But I'm still full of card for this Devil. Tell me about this Devil, please. Okay, tell me about the Devil. Thank you. On the Devil, you do have the Emperor. Yeah, the Emperor, you could be dealing with an Aries. Look at that Emperor. He looks fucking sad. Yeah, you could have been released from work or let go from work. That's possible. Or you might not like the conditions. Whatever's going on, something's going on that you don't like about work. Underneath that, you do have the King of Swords. You're trying to figure this shit out, though. Somebody is. Somebody's trying to be clear cut. Okay, there's something to do with what is written, as it has to do with work, or what needs to be written. Some of you might be experiencing getting written up, but with this Emperor here, I feel like there's a problem with authority, being able to manage things, trying to navigate a time where things are a burden and overwhelming. If this is you in a management capacity, this shit is for the birds for you. It's like you over it, okay? You're done, done, or you can't get it done, done. But this here is like you lack the control, you lack the drive or the discipline, you lack the focus here. There's a problem with getting focus here, a problem with being able to secure or build or organize or get order here. And this is, look like somebody that's either can't figure out how to manage it, or they got too much to manage, or they're just like, fuck it. All right, either way, this is toxic energy on the job or wherever you at, as it has to do with the job or work or what you're working on. Now, with that said, looking at your money and finances, you do have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so you're working on shit. You're working on your money. All right, you're trying to come up with a fresh canvas of approach. Perhaps you're trying to create something new, work on a new project. You're paying attention to the details, or there's a need to pay attention to the details, because this is somebody that's working on a canvas, and somebody else may be involved here, okay, that you are either working with, or perhaps you're working for. Some of you are working for someone, and you're paying attention to the details with whatever you're creating or producing for them, or there may be more you need to learn, or there's just a lot of details, right? But as it has to do with money, this is you working hard, seeing what you can create, what you can develop. But this is also you being very prudent, being very close watch of eye on your fucking money, because you may be trying to maintain control or try to stay empowered. You may be somebody, if you're in a relationship or a situation where your money is pooled with or relies upon the income of somebody else. Maybe somebody isn't at work, or maybe both of you aren't at work, or maybe only one of you are trying to be creative about another way to bring in a new source of money. Tell me more about the Eight of Pentacles. But I just feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, you are working on your money. You may be trying to be artsy with it, trying to be crafty with it. But you may be also trying to see what you can build or create or grow it, and see what it's going to look like. Like you're trying to see what it's going to look like. You're working on it, but it's still a work in progress. That's what I want to say. Your money situation is a work in progress, because there is some toxicity around it, like obligations. You might be working on how you're going to handle your obligations. You could be overwhelmed about how those obligations are coming at you, or how you are having trouble dealing with your obligations. There could be some fears, but your money is a work in progress, because you are trying to see what you can do to work on your money and finances, even if you're not at work or out of work, or if someone else is out of work who you rely on. Tell me about that Eight of Pentacles. You do have the Four of Cups here. So there's some discontentment and dissatisfaction around your money, but I also feel like there's a struggle with you being able to seize and get other opportunities. It's also possible there's a need to be careful about wasting opportunities or offers, or when you receive an opportunity offer, wasting it on being careful about any temptations to do with your money, or overspending, shit like that. You do have the Nine of Swords appears. This is a lot of worry. You do have a lot of worry about your money. You may feel like people are watching, to see how you feel at this time financially, or they might be wondering like, how the fuck are you doing it at this time? With this Nine of Swords, you might have a lot of people coming at you for money at this time. Now, the unexpected coming in for you is you do have this Four of Wands. So the unexpected is, Four of Wands talks about trying to get harmony. There could be a focus on the home, or there is a focus on the home. The unexpected is, I feel like if it is a focus on the home, there is drama here. Okay, there's disharmony here. I mean, there's like acrobats and shit, or you find that the unexpected is you feel like an acrobat at home, like you jumping through hoops and shit at home. With whatever you're doing, who you're dealing with, where you're having trouble getting things to line up or be aligned against success and completion here. Or the unexpected is you do have to jump through hoops in order to get that harmony, success, and completion. Like you got to do extra, extra, extra. Okay, double McGum. I don't know. You got to do more, and it's like the more you do, I mean, is that getting straightened out? I don't know. Okay, does it take this kind of action, motivation? But there's some sort of instability here with the focus on trying to get it stable. I feel like, you know, if it's not that, there's issues with stability, there's issues with trying to get harmony, success, and completion with how you want things to line up. But also I feel like, you know, someone's wearing, you know, some folks could be wearing a mask. You could be wearing a mask. Who you're dealing with could be wearing a mask. Everybody's wearing a fucking mask. So the truth is not easily obtained or even given. There may be a need to wear a mask at this time while shit is crazy, if that's what you're experiencing in the home, or while you're having some instability, where you're putting on your best face while shit is like this, right? Wilding out. And so you may be trying to come across like, yeah, I'm good, everything's good, I'm wearing this mask, don't worry about it. I'm an acrobat, I meant to do that. When, you know, you're trying to figure this shit out. Now, something very positive that's going to happen to you is you do have the Five of Swords. So this is something positive that's going to happen. So this is you being able to confront shit. Confront whatever's challenging. Get behind the mask. Cut away the illusion. Cut to the quick. You know, in this particular case, this is somebody that's up there, all the way up. With all this fire energy, all this passion, all this drive, and just burning down all the bullshit that's going on, whatever is the, so this is you winning. But then there may be some cost to you, but or this is due to, you know, things have been at a cost to you, and you're like, enough is enough, I gotta fucking handle this shit, and I'm gonna air this shit out. Okay, I'm gonna fucking check some shit now. I'm speaking my truth. I'm coming at it real and raw, and this is you being able to confront things, being able to address the arguments, the fights, the difficulties, and get something changed in this shit. Okay, that satisfies you, or that gives you more passion or drive in this situation and chases the bullshit away, because see, they running scared. So this is you winning somehow, some way. Maybe with all the elements that's coming at you, this is you thriving. Somehow you're thriving. You're going to figure this shit out. You're going to handle it. You're going to rise up. You're still going to rise up. Whatever's going on, you're going to rise up. Now, you might be coming off as riled up. I don't know, but whatever it is going to work for you with this Five of Swords. Because the Five of Swords is confrontation energy. It's combative energy. And so you might end the combat, in the fight here. But however this is, this Five of Swords is working for you in positive. Now, your likely outcome is you got the Ace of Pentacles. I guess the Five of Swords is working for you. Lovely, isn't it? Look at that. Lovely, lovely energy with this Five of Pentacles. So you were feeling on the outs here, left out in the cold. You might have felt alone, like nobody cared, or some shit like that, or somebody else is feeling like that for me to say the Five of Pentacles. And this is you replenishing that shit, because you're going to change the game by coming up with a new practical approach, perhaps. Maybe you surrender something, you let something go. You rely more on your faith, you pray more. You may be a little more submissive, or somebody's going to be more submissive towards you. You're going to gain something here. You're going to be able to bring a new concept, invest in a new way, coming in with a new practical approach. Some new element may come into play, or some new development arises that is a gain, or has the potential to see you have some gain here. This could be money coming in, or somebody's giving you a piece of information or knowledge that allows you to get something to be brought down to its knees. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles, or the situation or whatever you're dealing with to be brought down to its knees. Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles for Sagittarius, please. Okay, thank you. Yes, you do have the Five of Cups. You see that on the Ace of Pentacles? Underneath that, you do have the Death, and the Two of Wands peaked as well. So here's Death. Okay, so there's a Scorpio involved here for some of you, or about to be, or you're going to be able to tap into some scorpionic type of energy here. And with that Two of Wands that tried to peek out, yeah, I need to show you that. Look at that. So this here is not even being at a crossroads. This is just things being pulled in two different directions, and that's not going to work. That's just not going to work. You can't get shit done. You know, there may be two people that are being bullheaded here, and then somebody is going to be the source of reason with this here, or somebody needs to be the source of reason. And so with Death here, this is about trying to transform the situation, trying to change it, maybe create some sort of renewal or rebirth, because this is somebody that's in the mirror about to fix some shit, right? About to take care of that makeup, about to straighten some shit out, about to look good, make it look good, make it look better, right? So this is you focus on how to bring something to an end and perhaps have a rebirth. But this is transformative energy that you're going to be accessing here, or somebody's going to bring some transformative energy here for you to access, so that you can be able to let something go and start to get some sort of relief. But with this Five of Cups, this Five of Cups is emotional loss, dissatisfaction, hurt, pain, right? You had a loss emotionally about something that was going on that got you in your feelings, feeling like you're suffering here. That something was taken, and maybe some depression, but you see that there's like two adults and a child here. This is a family unit needing to lay something down, needing to let something go, or there's just some sort of upset that's happening here. But I feel like this Ace of Pentacles is something that's just going to come in and change this disappointment, this crying over spilled milk, or just crying over that maybe something has ended and things will no longer be the same. I mean, and that's hard to deal with, and or you know, the ability to recover is not happening the way it needs to, or the way it can happen here. And so something new is going to come into play to fucking shift this around, so that you can start to regain, so you can start to recover. This is you coming up with a way to salvage this shit, and there's the potential of it. But remember, potential is not something that happens by itself. You got to put in the energy and effort to recenter and bring this in. It could be coming towards you either way. I see this you gaining in the situation something tangible, whether it's money that needs to fix this, or whether this is advice, or whether it's something you do, or whether it's something that gets done, where the potential for something new to happen, to improve it, to make it better, to be able to surrender and let go of the hurt of the losses happening is going to happen here for you. So I do see improvement that's going to happen for you, but the potential of that is up to you. So how will you handle your emotions? Are you going to focus on how to salvage and recover, or are you going to wallow in the pain? And so you can use it or lose it, is what I'm saying with that Ace of Pentacles. So let's take a look at what some guidance is for Sagittarius, please. What is the guidance for the dear Sagittarius, please, Spirit? Can we have some guidance for Sagittarius? What is the best advice for Sagittarius? Let's get some advice, please, for Sagittarius. Thank you. All right, there you go. So you have Amali, she who questions, curiosity, destiny, and search. There you go. So let's take a look real quick and see what that means for you as your advice and guidance with Miss Amali here. So Amali shows that you have other paths in front of you. There are avenues you can take that you may not even see yet. Be ready for the unexpected signpost pointing you towards a completely different way. Destiny can sometimes be tricky because you may be pulling for the wrong shore. Stop for a moment in your seeking. Tap into your natural curiosity and question things, even those people who have always seemed One way and only one way may have hidden depths. Your job is to re-examine what you thought truth was. Chances are good you will be given an opportunity to make some changes. Remember, the circle can become a spiral. So rather than leading you back to your own beginning, it may take you up or down. Your skill at questioning will help you find your way. Some questions to ask yourself here, Sagittarius, are: what am I searching for? Really? What is the meaning of destiny to me? Really? And in what ways has my journey been a spiral, so that perhaps you can turn it into a staircase and climb it, or bring it full circle, get it to a close, get some completion, but attain what you need nonetheless. Master this shit. I hope these messages help. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, Sagittarius.